Greetings to all our viewers. It's a wonderful blessing for us today to sit here with Sister Kerry and with Harris and myself. We're here at Judah Square. We're sitting in the Healing Center and we're going to just chat with Sister Kerry today. But so thank you very much for having us here, Sister. It's a blessing to be here.
Thank you so much.
Could you kindly introduce yourself to our viewers and explain your role here at Judah Square?
Yes, greetings in the name of the Most High, Haile I, Selassie I, King Rastafari, and Empress Menen I. Yes, I'm Sister Kerry, Mama Kerry now. Also, I've been given a new name from our national priest. It's Mama Abyssinia, and it means Mother of all nations.
Mother of all nations.
Name. So
that's
I must start using it because it's a lovely name and it was an honour to receive that name. But yeah, I've been here for 27 years in the community. I came in 1997 and I am actually the elder here in Judah Square. So as an elder, yeah, you have to lead by example and just make sure that all the runnings are happening, and I'm also been part of the executive for the past 27 years and secretary and dealing with the finances and and a lot of projects on the Sisters Council. We also have a whole executive and a whole organisation of the sisters as well.
Wow, you're really part of the core of the community here and have been like that for a long time, eh?
Well, I came here about 3 years after the community was established, and at that time it was all like just forest and little shacks, and we had a community hall, and that community hall was just finished when I came. It was for the 23rd of July celebration, and which is an annual event hosted by the House of Judah. And I came. I had been to Nigel before. I met some of the Rastas. They were living in Damsabos, but I hadn't been to Judah Square, and they moved here a little bit after that time. So it was just a very, very warm welcoming, and they're the ones that are always welcoming and opening their home to everybody. And I just remember that first day sitting in that house and looking around and thinking, I love this house. And like all the children were coming from everywhere, and I said I was with my kingman that time. And I said to the kingman, oh, this is where I want to be.
Wow.
And it was like everything that I'd ever wanted, So,
So you say it's been like since 1991, that's what?
1997.
Oh, 1997, okay, sorry, so that's 3 plus 24, that is 27 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so in Judah Square, can you tell us a little bit more about the cultural practices and part of being Rastafari?
Okay, yeah, when we talk about culture, it covers a lot of things, It covers like the everyday liberty, the item, cannabis plays a big part, for spiritual healing and for also physical healing. Even we recommend, like cannabis oil and products for people, And I mean, now we've always said it's a healing of the nation. And, now everybody's saying it is the healing of the nation, It's good for everything. Yeah, music is a big part, the reggae music, Nyabingi music, our church, you call it spiritual side.
Every time I die, Nyabingi music is the most original form of Rastafarian music. It is played at worship ceremonies called ground nations, which include drumming, chanting, and dancing, along with prayer and ritual smoking of Ganja. The Nyabingi drums are an integral part of this music. There are 3 basic drums: the repeater, the funde, and the bass drum. These drums drums are symbolic of the Africanness of the Rastafari, and some mentions assert that Jah's spirit of divine energy is present in the drum. The Nyabingi drums are played only by capable Rasta brethren during the hour of chanting. These are known as Bingi warriors. With the drums going and the tempo mounting, attendees are enabled to connect with each other in worship.
The drums, especially for I and I, it is very important, you see, for I and I, it is like to get I and I in that oneness.
We have our church and that tabernacle, and the tabernacle's there for anybody to use. We are a very diverse community in Rastafari. Like we say, in our Father's house there are many mansions. It's like Christianity or a lot of other faiths. There's like diversity in it. Some live very strictly, some live just like how they feel. And with Rastafari there's like organizations that three main big organizations that are worldwide, and we established this house as the House of Judah as under the Nyabingi order, which is the most ancient order of Rastafari. And it was the one that, from the beginning, it was a churchical order. And from that, like ones maybe left and started different organizations. So it's quite a strict kind of order with, we've got guidelines that you must abide by. And we have our churchical, our Bingi Nyabingi, it's called.
Yes.
Thing. Every month we have a Bingi, and that's first Saturday of the month, and then ones come from all over the province, and we chant and pray and give thanks and praises to the Most High.
But the Lord shall endure forever. He hath prepared his throne for judgment, and he shall judge the world in righteousness. He shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For thou, Lord, hast not forsaken them that seek thee. Sing praises to the Lord who dwelleth in Zion. Declare among the people his doings. When he maketh inquisition for blood, remember them. He forgetteth not the cry of the humble. Have mercy upon me, O Lord Most High. Consider my trouble, which I suffer of them that hate me. Thou hast lifted me up from the gates of death, that I may show forth all thy praise in the gates of the daughter of Zion. I will rejoice in thy salvation. The hidden are sunk down in the pit that they made in the net which they hid is their own food taken. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his hands. Higah and Selah, the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forgot God, the Most High. For the mercy shall not always be forgotten. The expectations of the poor shall not perish forever. Arise, O Lord, that the man prevail, that the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Most High Jah!
It's so uplifting when you hear all the chanting and see the Rasta flags waving. And so, in a community like this, I've never seen anyone around with any cigarettes or alcohol, so that's not something which is like.
Is it strictly forbidden, or is it just people don't do it? Yeah,
It's just.
Well, it's part of our constitution and our guidelines of Judith where that there's no cigarettes, alcohol, meat in the community.
Okay.
But people are up and down with their liberty things. So we know sometimes there'll be someone who'll smoke mix or smoke a cigarette, smoke cigarettes, and you know, they might do it in the privacy of their own home, and you know, as long as it's not kind of out there. We say they're not supposed to do it, but we don't go knock on doors. It's all you through the window smoking a cigarette, you know. Each one
self-regulatory stuff,
each one, needs to just discern for themselves, and try to be respectful that this is a Rasta community. You know, we tell people when they come here, sometimes people go to line up a cigarette, and then we tell them, oh, please, just step out,
wait a little bit,
have your cigarette, And of course, Ganja
is rather. Cannabis has played a big role in the community, and so many things have changed. Everywhere we walk, we can see plants growing. I mean, it's nice that it's so open and family orientated. And for you, how has things changed since the so-called legalization, when they legalized private use?
Yeah, it's got its good side and it's got its other side, because we don't get raided anymore. That's the nice thing, because we used to have like heavy raids here and police coming in shooting rubber bullets, and it was like very, very hectic, We had some terrible raids here, And of course, Rasta are known to be peaceful people, so we were always a soft target, and they would come here rather than go to the drug dealers,
Of course,
So, and then also a lot of the INI, especially the brothers, spent a lot of their life in prison for Ganja. And some of our children have grown up without their parents present, for a lot of years because of Ganja, And, been arrested for it and put in prison. So that side been really great.
Good, that's...
Yeah, but as far as a lot of the INI, it's been survival all over the years, and everyone could survive on it, in that time, although it was risky and heavy, the laws and all that, but most people could at least come and put bread on the table for their families. And some did really well with it, but since the law has changed and all the big corporates have stepped in, and people have come even from overseas and invested, and the market has been taken over by the people with money. And licenses, I can say the people on the ground do not benefit at all, although Rasta are on the forefront still fighting for the rights of being able to get licenses and grow freely, because the government just have regulated it, so there's, it costs so much, like $100,000 for a license, which is far beyond most Rastas reach, So it's taken away the man on the streets,
the income,
survival, and it's been very, very, very hard. People are suffering and struggling, and ones are looking at other means, and but with the economy as it is and all that, it's been
all the life goes sailing, all I say sailing on, all the life goes sailing on, sailing.
In accordance with Rasta beliefs, many Rastas work with their own hands, preferring self-employment to the formal system. Any form of employment that puts one above another perpetuates a system Rastas refer to as Babylon.
Ancient Babylon is now referred to as Iraq. Ancient. And that is where the word Babylon came from the time of Nebuchadnezzar coming down. And that is Iraq today. But when we say Babylon now, we are not speaking backward to restrict or to pinpoint Iraq. We speak of Babylon now, represented now by an evil system. And I don't want to hurt no one, but we refer to Babylon as the Illuminatis. Yes, the ones that are the shadow governments, the ones that shape and fashion human destiny, and the ones that seek to control. These are the people now that are behaving contrary to the Spirit of Christ or His commandments. So we call it the Babylonian ways. It's not the ways of Rastafari. Now, Rastafari people follow the compass, which is the Holy Scriptures.
And then also, we as a community, we had a Ganja project that helped the community pay for all the community runnings that we needed. And now people don't come so much to Judah Square. They'll go to those places, like you say, those dispensaries, those clubs, the shops and everything. And, because obviously they can get cannabis at a much cheaper rate, or they've got licenses to grow and they grow in bulk, so they can sell a lot cheaper. Yeah, so it has affected I in that way.
Okay.
Yeah, but we hope we can,
there must be a way for things to move forward. I'm sure that as this whole thing develops and as the legalization opens up completely, because also it's not open 100% yet. There's still barriers to entry, which makes everybody's like trying their own little thing now.
Yeah.
And I would like to think that at some point we can all work together and figure out a way that we don't lose what we've had in the past for something new.
Yes. You were the seed bearers. You fought through all the prohibition to maintain it for us, and that would be sacrilege to have those left behind.
It's true. Rasta were always in the forefront and also taking the brunt. Not that other people. We worked together with like Fields of Green for All and the brothers even. We all stood for our rights for cannabis, for Ganja, but in general, because it was part of Rastafari liberty and we were a force, a spiritual force, so to speak,
Thousands of South Africans took to the streets of Cape Town on Saturday in a procession demanding relaxation of drugs laws to allow medicinal and recreational use of cannabis. With some smoking the substance, locally known as Daga, around 3,000 protesters took part in the march in a backdrop of reggae music, while some waved red, green and gold flags. Supporters also took the opportunity to praise the substance, which they refer to as the miracle plant, with some calling it a cure for cancer and a spiritual escape. In 2014, a South African opposition lawmaker, Mario Oriani Ambrosini, submitted a draft legislation calling for the legislation of marijuana, but died soon after. The activists believe that a change in legislation can change the lives and improve health of many. The protest was one of a series of marches around the world in support of the global cannabis campaign. Use of cannabis and medicinal marijuana is gaining popularity in some parts of the world to ease suffering from cancer, glaucoma, HIV and AIDS and other serious conditions.
Fighting for the rights and also, like I said, targeted, so, kind of always on the battlefield,
Taking the brunt of the bird.
So how do you foresee the future for Judah Square and other communities like that out there? How do you foresee the future with all this going on?
Yeah, I think like the younger generation, because our children, they grew up with all of that. Some of it affected, they were traumatized, like they didn't realize until they got bigger that, all those attacks by the police and raids and all that sort of stuff, affected them so badly. But some of them actually had nightmares, when you talk to some of them, about those things. And but anyway, they grew up with it and they were part of actually the struggle, and they continue with it, and a lot of them are still dealing with selling ganja and growing ganja, and some have gone into making products with it and stuff, but they're still dealing with that whole police issue,
Of course.
and the rights, legal rights and all that sort of stuff. So I think they'll continue that, in most of the Rasta communities. So that generation, we've got a next generation now too, but I think it'll be something that as Rasta, because the teachings go from generation to generation, and because it is so much a part of Rastafari life, that that it will continue that struggle until it gets right. And yeah, we would like to see Tudor Square, us elders, as to remain a Rasta community. We try to give the youth skills and keep the growth of the community there and create ways that ones can earn a living, so they're encouraged to stay here and stay in Rastafari and help build
on
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This time it's really important to have gardens and live a simple life where because of the worldwide crisis. So, we have gardens and, we have workshops with kids, and that's one of the things that's included, permaculture and things like that.
That's beautiful, because it's skills that are being forgotten in everyday life, in most other places,
Very important.
No.
Life skills, they're the things that should be at all the schools. In fact, we've got Naphtali now. He's working with Kilt, that organisation Kilt, and they are fantastic. They're going into the schools and they've got permaculture projects for the kids, and he's one of the, he's got quite a few projects that are happening. They've employed him, so it's a nice thing. Nice to see it happening in the schools.
So there's a lot of potential for growth here if you look at all the development and the proactive approach to how the community stands together. So it can only move forward.
Yeah, the skills are here and the people force is here, so there's all the makings of something really powerful. I mean, Tudor Square has always been a powerful force.
You can feel it in your bones with you. So just a last one out there is a final positive word and blessing for our viewers that are watching.
Yeah. So Rasta's always been the one that's talked about love and tried to live love every day, and that whole one love vibration. I mean, even everyone knows Bob Marley because of his positive messages that he put forward in his lyrics of his songs, and a lot of them are Bible lyrics even. But I think the foundation of life is love, and everybody is here for a reason. We're all here and to find our purpose, in life is really, really important, because we're here to enjoy life, to full joy, we say, to develop ourselves and, do the best we can, but also we need to think further. We can't live for ourselves alone, so like I say, we all have a purpose, and to find your purpose in life is really, really important, because so we say do good and good will follow you, so and you feel good when you're working together with ones to build not just yourself but to build a community, or and that's infectious, when ones you see something positive, someone doing something positive, you also feel like, that energy, you want to also be part or do something, so I think it's really, really important that we live that and you live love and that working together and trying to uplift one another,
Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Sister. I still want to give you a hug. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you for the kind words.
Nice to have you here, my brothers.
We appreciate it. It's always so eye-opening when we do speak to you.
That's great. We can thanks.
Inspiration for us.
You are inspiration for us as well.
Yeah, amazing.